Hey, I get to say that thing I used to say all the time. Cue the intro. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's episode 2 of DragBolt #Monthly Mayhem Challenge. I'm excited to show you some changes I've made to the DragBolt. It's going to be incremental. It's not going to be massive changes. By now, I'm sure you've seen Josh's teasers of how fast he's already gotten that DragBolt to go. I estimate he's probably around 40 miles an hour, which is very fast, very incredible, and pretty awesome for week 2, I must say. I'm definitely going to be nowhere near that this week. I can feel it already. I have done some very preliminary tests to see where I'm at. It will be nowhere near that fast. It will not be anywhere close to 40 miles an hour. I'm definitely treating week 2 as more of a marathon and less of a sprint. However, this definitely is a sprint, and I already feel like I'm dramatically behind Josh. He's done a lot of great stuff already, and only the stuff that I've seen in the teasers. He's done a lot of 3D printing, he's changed his chassis quite a bit, and he's added a wing already. So he is definitely a few steps ahead of me, and I'm expecting big things from him this week. So I concede to you in week 2, Josh. Congratulations. I am sure that I will have plenty of reactions in the vlog coming up this Friday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get all the updates on the Monthly Mayhem Challenge. I'm having an amazing time with this, and it's definitely kind of fun to think outside of the box. I have done a few minor modifications to the truck overall. Cosmetically, nothing has happened to the truck whatsoever, and that is so out of character for me, it almost feels like I've been replaced by a clone.
Do you think this is the real Quaid? It is.
So first things first, I decided to do a little suspension tweak and get rid of the stock shocks, reduce the overall ride height, and get a little more firm in all 4 corners. It's not really a that's what she said moment, but I'll give you that one. In order to reduce the ride height, I switched to Traxxas big bore shocks that I've set up for droop. Obviously, when you are going fast, you don't want a lot of turbulent air under the vehicle, so this was step 1 to get some reduction in that turbulent air. I also added Night Customs shock cups. I will put a link in the description below where you can pick up a set for yourself. This is a great way to lower your overall ride height, regardless of the application. At speed, I don't want this thing bouncing all over the place, and I feel like if there isn't any suspension travel at all, it may actually hurt performance a little bit. You'll also notice that the body has not been trimmed. Josh. I'm also sticking with the stock wheels and tires for this week because honestly, I don't need to change them yet. We're not getting into any record-breaking speeds, so I'm pretty sure these will hold up. You'll also notice that the track width is the same as stock. Josh? You know I'm kidding, Josh. All in good fun and all part of the competition. I'm definitely going to be doing a little cheating. I'm sure you will be too. It's been reduced to 2-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive only at this point. I'm using an MIP all-hardened steel shaft. Reducing the drivetrain to 2-wheel drive made the most sense for me, as in future weeks I have other plans that will definitely require that. I'll let you take some guesses at what that might be. By all means, post your guesses below. I'd love to get your feedback, and I always respond to every single comment. To drive that axle, I've also swapped out the stock SCX10 transmission and gone for a Yeti transmission. I'm hoping that a little less reduction overall and the ability to run a much smaller spur will help me gain some speed. Mounting the Yeti transmission was exceedingly easy. Thankfully, 2 bolt holes line up perfectly, it sits in there quite nicely, and the only trimming required was the trimming of the battery tray. Thankfully, there's still lots of room for a battery, the ESC, and the receiver without getting in the way of that giant motor and transmission. Coupled to that transmission, I've connected a Mamba X and a Castle 14 Series 2200 kV motor. It's not a ton of speed, but it's definitely a huge improvement over stock. I'm running a 16-tooth pinion and a 64-tooth spur. Thanks to my handy calculator, I'm expecting an overall top speed of 12.53 miles per hour. And wow, if I can double my speed every week, I should be well into the 60-mile-an-hour range by week 4. I've always been a fan of trying to recycle and use what I have on hand. Thankfully, I had all of these electronics and an extra transmission sitting around to give week 2 a shot. Why buy things when you can reduce, reuse, and recycle? It's such a great alliteration. Somebody should use that, I think. Now to cut outside, where you will see me and this DragBolt go for a ride. Well, we got it up to 11.8 miles per hour. That's close to the 12 something that I was anticipating, so turns out my math isn't that bad after all. Okay, we're not quite at 12 yet. Not discouraged. Gonna take this as some encouragement to get more speed out of next week. So with that, let's get back into the studio. Wow, so not a totally unexpected result. And that just shows that my math is working and that there's a lot of room for improvement. So let's have a bit of fun next week. Now that I'm all caught up, I was definitely at a disadvantage by being away for a week, but I do feel like this was a great opportunity for me to get some time with the truck, learn a little bit about what I can do with off-the-shelf components, and see where we can take this. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I think there's a good chance I'll be able to catch up to Josh, maybe even surpass him. A very special thank you to Josh this week. He was very kind and sent me one of his 3D printed GoPro cases, which he sets up just for vlogging. Look at that. It's got a place for a mic and a nice plug for the microphone adapter, which goes on the back there. And man, this thing is just rock solid. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you. This is going to make vlogging so much easier. And look, maybe I'm even filming my vlog right now. I'm not, but I could be. With that, let's see what happens in Josh's video. I'm sure you may have already watched it. If you haven't, hop over to his channel right now. I'll make sure to put a link at the end of this video. That's all for this week. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again on Friday for the vlog reaction, and again the following Wednesday for week 3. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.